The history of the Tuataras of New Zealand. Originally, Tuataras had huge legs. They ruled New Zealand. They spanned volcanoes. New Zealand is an archipelago, or more simply, a group of islands in the Pacific Ocean in the southern hemisphere. This remote and mysterious archipelago includes two main islands. The landscapes are sublime. There are magnificent forests, volcanoes, and glaciers and lakes. The Tuataras live in this magical landscape. At the beginning of the world, these majestic reptiles were gigantic. The crest of thorns running along their back and their varied colors, from olive green to orange or brown, gave them a fierce look. They ruled New Zealand and protected the forests. But one day, the men appeared. Men had tattoos on their faces, sometimes on their chin only, especially women, sometimes on their entire face, sometimes even on their skull. These men were warriors. They stuck out their tongues, lowering it as much as possible while making their eyes very big, making themselves really impressive. Their songs resonated throughout the archipelago. Their dances told legends and battles specific to men. They called them haka. The men carved a lot, so they kept looking for wood. The Tuataras did not like at all to see these men cutting the trees of their beautiful forests. So they intervened and made the warriors flee. Thus, men developed tools to hunt them down. Not succeeding, they decided to steal the eggs of the Tuataras. They tested them and took a liking to them. The eggs, large in size, were for them a rich meal which would give them strength. As they explored New Zealand, they took the stolen eggs with them as a food supply and as a warning for the Tuataras. These animals scare us, but we can also scare them by showing them that we have their eggs. And by eating all their eggs, they will eventually disappear, said the chiefs of the tribes to their clans. One day, stolen eggs were entrusted to a young man. The little hunter did not take much care of them and manhandled them. The eggs suffered the heat of the bag and then the coolness of the night, also the shocks when the child brutally put the bags that contained them on the ground. "I'm tired of carrying these huge eggs everywhere," he complained. "I'd rather go hunting." But not far away, the Tuatara mother calmly observed, lying on a mountain, her eggs being so little considered by the young man. Anger was rising in her. She decided to surprise the clan of men in the middle of the night and frighten them so much that they had no choice but to leave their camp at sunrise. She then took her eggs to the island in the far north of the archipelago and found them a shelter in a tree trunk. The Tuatara mother then begged the Great Lizard Spirit to help her. The warriors were not afraid of anything, and she feared they would cause their extinction. Great Lizard Spirit, revered ancestor, our mission is to protect the forest, but men try to make us go away and steal our eggs. If this continues, we will all disappear. Please help us. The Great Spirit answered her call. "Fear not, I observe and understand your fears. The new generation will be the solution." Indeed, the baby Tuataras, abused in their eggs by the young man, brought hope. At birth, the hatchlings were somewhat different. They had smaller legs and a smaller size. The mother protected them for a while, worried about their size, and then realized that they could more easily escape the terrible men who saw them less well in the thick forest. The small Tuataras squeezed between the stones near the lakes and disappeared from the sight of man. They already had the color of the soil, leaves, and tree trunks on the ground. They could also easily hide in the spaces that nature provided them. they could survive. The following generations of Tuataras were even smaller, faster, and smarter. Thus, the Tuataras understood that their survival was due to this new size. They thanked the ancestor for saving them. Great Lizard Spirit, you saved us, so we thank you. But what will happen now that we are so small to the forest? A little Tuatara asked. You will continue to protect it in your own way by eating the small animals threatening it, and you will protect the archipelago by eating the eggs of the too numerous birds. As for men, they will have the wisdom to understand that their lives also depend on nature, because they need it to feed themselves, the Great Lizard Spirit replied. Thus, the Tuataras were happy, and the men, for their part, saw in these animals neither frightening monsters nor a great source of food anymore, and left them alone when they came to see them. They came to understand, as the ancestor had predicted, the importance of the forest and learned to actually manage to see them. Since then, the Tuatara has been protected. Men no longer hunt it and have even nicknamed it Taonga, which means special treasure.